Have you ever had a dream where you're trying to speak, but no voice is coming out? You're screaming for help, yet you feel completely locked out of communication. How scary was that feeling? But when you wake up, you're relieved that you still have your voice. Now put yourself in the shoes of millions of people who have been unable to speak clearly with their loved ones for all their lives. One such person is my younger brother, Anand. Anand really wanted to be part of this talk, so he sent a video message for you.
I would always hear you now because of my brother. You can hear me.
Anand was born with cerebral palsy. Since birth, he had difficulty in controlling his muscles to be able to walk properly or speak clearly. He would mostly not talk to people around him because even for friends, he had to repeat himself multiple times to be understood. But Anand was lucky to have our youngest brother, Amit, with this unusual ability to understand Anand quite clearly. So though mostly Anand would keep to himself, when he really needed to, Amit would serve as his translator. Here's a picture of the three of us with Anand in the middle and Amit on the left. I was the oldest brother, and I got married and moved to Canada. I was always close to technology, working across many companies and my startup. After the exit of my startup, I was taking a little break. I was focusing on basically two things: catching up on all the AI advancements that have happened in the last few years, and I was looking for some software that could help Anand communicate better. Surprisingly, none of the off-the-shelf products would work for Anand to even recognize his voice. Not even the wake words like "OK Google," "Hey Siri" would be recognizable. Here's a video of Anand trying to ask for the weather from the mobile.
OK Google. OK Google. OK Google. Weather. Weather.
According to Collins Dictionary, a burial is.
Weather.
According to Wikipedia, eggplant.
So you see, even with a routine thing to ask about weather, he's getting responses like burial or eggplant. Isn't it surprising? We have spent so much money on research and compute power to work on technology that may not help in anyone's quality of life. I can actually create with a single click of a button a deep fake of my voice sounding like a president or a celebrity, but I don't have a ready software for Anand to use. To give you an idea of the gap there is in this area, if you look for accessibility icons, you might find familiar icons for physical disability, for visual disability, for hearing impairment, but there is not even an icon for speech disability. If you look, most of these images have part of the solution in them, but for speech disability, such a solution has not even been plausible so far. We had to fill in this gap. The eureka moment I had was I was wondering, how is it that Amit, our youngest brother, is able to understand Anand so clearly? I had noticed that even when Amit was not looking towards Anand, he would still be able to figure it out. So that means that the sound waves that Anand produces when he speaks have enough information for Amit to be able to decode those words. It was like Amit's brain was trained to Anand's way of speaking. So once trained, his ears would catch all the nuances of his voice and be able to decode the words. This is exactly how AI works as well. You see, if you take some initial data and feed it into an AI system, you can train it into a model which can then work for new data coming in. So we should be able to create an AI system which can understand Anand's way of speaking. Amit and me were both techies, so we started researching speech-to-text technology. Surely, in the last 5 to 10 years, speech-to-text technology has improved a lot. How did that happen? Well, we found out that they use hundreds and thousands of hours of voice data for training large models. But we have a problem. I can't make Anand speak hundreds and thousands of hours of voice. But we have an advantage. All I needed to do is learn one person's voice. So we put our heads together to create our own version of this software technology. You see, you must have noticed in the recent past, the computers have become so much better at natural language communication. The way they work is using large language models. In our case, we actually created something which we call small language models, which were more fine-tuned to Anand's way of speaking and his vocabulary. So we created a prototype, and we got good results with that. We created a front-end application, we created a back-end server for communication, and we created some servers for training, incrementally improving. With this, we contacted an NGO in India and got some other users to try it as well. And we got great results with them as well, even though their voice was unique to the way they spoke. So now, Anand had this product where he could use it not just for face-to-face communication, where he would speak into the app and it would say out loud in clear words what he's communicating. We integrated it into video conferencing tools. So now, when Anand would be on video call with someone, our software in real time would put the text as a caption, as an overlay on front of his video for him to communicate with others. We also integrated it with home automation systems. So now, Anand could be on the comfort of his bed and he could turn on and turn off the lights. Anand really enjoys to talk to the vacuum cleaner to clean his room. Anand also realized that it was safer for him to turn on the hot water heater in the bathroom before he entered there. You see, Anand always wanted to be independent and wanted to do something productive for others. With this software, he decided to start his own social media channel. He called it Anand's World. In this channel, he would invite people and interview them on video calls, and they would read off the questions on the screen and respond to him. Anand would choose various topics. He would talk about medicine, technology, arts, music, religion, environment, basically anything Anand was interested in. He would do his own research. He would make his own questions, and he would ask them in his own voice. You see, initially, Anand was a little nervous when doing these interviews. It was the first time that Anand had to communicate with someone and react back in real time. For us in the family, we had always seen the human in Anand. But now, for others to communicate to him through his thoughts and ideas, they could see past any limitations and see the human in him. Anand, you could see, had truly emerged from the confines of himself and connected with others. He was our motivation to create this. Now he is an inspiration for us all. I am reminded of a quote by William Gibson. He said, "The future is already here. It's just not very evenly distributed." Through the advances of technology, we are able to do previously unimaginable things. Yes, the future is really here. For Amit and me, we had Anand as our motivation. And we put in our time and skill and effort to create something which would make the future for Anand slightly more evenly distributed. Now that we have a solution for this, even though there's more work to be done, we do have a proposal for an accessibility icon. And this could be used to help fill in the gap that we found in this area. My message to you is that in whatever field you are in, please do look for opportunities where you can use your skills and effort in order to help emerge humanity into a more equitable future. To close off, let me leave you with a message from Anand. This is actually the same message that you heard in the beginning, but this time with the captions, real-time captions using our software.
I would always help you now because of my brother. You will also help me.